16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, one point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen.
Coach, the city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Philadelphia Eagles. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go. Waiting. Here, 54.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want none.
Out of the gun, this is Howard. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Push him back. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Go.
54. Mike 54. Come on, the ball.
Running with Howard. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now gone. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
What? 180! Mike, come baby. Woo! Check!
3rd and long. It's gone. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's Jackson. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Great 57. SOS. You draw quarter.
Running from the gun with Howard. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, this is Howard. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 280. Here we go, G, get off the field.
On first down, they run with Howard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abukum It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
We're scoreless after 1. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
That's what I do. Here, Mike, put that.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. Looking to shot for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he's got room. Trying to get it to Woods.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run. Shoot.
Now Howard. Howard has the first down and then some. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Howard, 34 yards, as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
From the gun on third down. Gone. They got a man. It's Woods. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. On first down, it's Gurley. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Goff. He'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll kick it away for the second time.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs.
They run with Howard, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Waiting! Check Mike 54! Mike 54! 10-5-7!
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 45-yard line.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. And we've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Here we go, Pac-Man. Louie!
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Let's go, let's get this ball back for the offense, let's go.
On second down, it's Howard, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Run. Sunday.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will be from 56 yards out. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, gets him
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go. Here we go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
180. Check 53. Three bud. Going out. 15. Check 15.
Now it's gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Goff on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards is the pickup there at a first down for L.A.
Los Angeles.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays, and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll begin the drive with Howard, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 26-yard line.
The The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense. And who got
On 3rd down, it's Howard. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10.
We own them. We own them.
But a reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Here we go. Pac-Man. 120. Mike 54. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Hey, Lou. He don't want it.
From the 44, Wentz. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46.
5-9, 5-9. Hey, Haywood.
Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. Deep ball for Jeffrey. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Done. 180. Ram. Let's get that home. Switch. Tighten up. 80 weapon.
Wentz to throw again. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Great 15. Sponge. No.
On the handoff, this is Howard. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the fourth and final quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
To throw on second down, Lloyd. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Rams on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back to throw, Lloyd. And a quick throw here, that's complete. First target, first catch, and a first down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now a man open down the middle of the field and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Henderson now on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, L.A. Darrell Henderson, 30 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. Now after the false start, here's second and 7.
Watch the screen.
Another run with Sanders. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
66. Fully ride.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
It's our time. It's our time. Grace don't travel. Grace don't travel.
Now they toss out wide to Sanders. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline. You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gehring. I'm sure as a rookie, even though this is preseason, Charles, interceptions, you got to eat at you quite a bit.
They certainly do, but here's the problem that he's confronted with. He's not the high draft pick. He's not seen as the next guy. He's got to prove himself to everyone and get noticed. So maybe instead of taking the safer throw, you press it a little bit. Try and push it downfield, try and fit into a tight window, and sometimes interceptions result.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Another run here with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Second down, it's Henderson. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Here we go. Set. 90. Wolf. Let's go. Right up.
Looking to throw. Lloyd. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Final score now from Atlanta. The Chiefs continue to add on. They're really rolling. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And I think the game balls need to be distributed